Okay. Hello students. So, once again I am Rajneesh Kumar in front of you. I am working as an assistant professor in one of the good college of NCR Delhi regions. This is NIT Pharmacy Institute. We are ranked 49th in NIRF ranking by Government of India and all over India. Okay. So, now I am again here with my lecture, which mainly consists DDT and saccharines, their structure and uses. It is a part of unit 1 of pharmaceutical organic chemistry seconds, which is having subject code BP301T. In the previous lectures, we have already discussed the structures of benzene. We have also discussed the molecular orbital pictures of the benzene along with the chemical properties, structural elucidation, their evidence, and we also discussed the chemical reactions which were given in our syllabus, mainly halogenation, nitration, sulfonation, acylations, phenyl cup acylation and phenyl cup alkylation along with their limitations also. So, in the previous lecture we also discussed about the role of substituents on the reactivity and orientation in monosubstituted benzene as well as disubstituted benzene. So, in the continuation of the aromatic compounds, I am just here with these two compounds which is mentioned in our syllabus, mainly DDTs and saccharin. So, we will discuss their structure and usage along with some other aspects in this particular lecture. Okay, so, without wasting any time, I just started my lecture. So, first of all, we just come on the topic DDT. Okay. So, as you can see in the PPTs, DDT, its full form is dichloro diphenyl trichloromethane. So, as you can predict, DDT, the D of DDT is generally comes from the dichloro group, then again second D comes from the diphenyl group and T comes from the trichloromethane. So, actually this is a part of haloalkanes groups. Okay. So, one of the important compounds. Okay. So, the chemical formula DDT is having is C14H9Cl5. Okay. And when we are coming on the IUPAC nomenclature, then we can see that the IUPAC name of DDT is 1-chloro-4-2,2,2 trichloro 1,4-chlorophenyl ethyl benzene. For every molecule of benzene, as you can see or can know from the chemical formula, there are 14 carbon atoms, 9 hydrogen atoms and 5 chlorine atoms. In its pure form, DDT appears as a crystalline. Okay. Sometimes it also appears as a white powder and it is having very little odor, or in the pure form it might not have any odor. Its melting point is 108, which is slightly more than any other organic compounds, and boiling point is you can see there 260 degrees centigrade, which is much higher in comparison with the other organic compounds. Now, when we talk about the structure of DDT, as the name suggests, you can see that there is two benzene rings which are joined together with the alkane chains, ethane chains you can say, and the 3 chlorine molecules is also attached with the ethane carbon chains, and at the para position each chlorine is also there with each benzene ring. So, when we are talking about structure, so you can see that while taking the parent chain as a benzene, so this suppose this ring is taken as a parent chain. So, we can mention the number 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay. In the second benzene ring, we can also number them like this. And in between these two benzene rings, there is a ethane chain which is having 3 chlorine group on it. So, as per the IUPAC name, we just discuss how it is given. So, you can see that if parent chain is one of the benzene ring, there is 6 carbon, on the 4th carbon there is a chlorine atom is there. So, likewise you can say that if you are taking it as a parent chain, then 4 chlorophenyl group is there, ethyl group is also there, and that ethyl group is having 3 chlorine atom on it. So, we can easily name it 1 chloro 4 2 2 trichloro 1 4 chlorophenyl ethyl benzene. Okay. So, for every molecule of DDT there is 14 carbon, I have already said. Now, come to the next. One more thing we can know that in this particular structure, the carbon which is having 3 chlorine atom on it, it is sp3 hybridized, while the carbon which is having 2 benzene ring on it, it is sp2 hybridized. Okay. Now, how can we prepare the DDT in our lab? So, in our lab as well as commercial level. So, it is very easy. We have to take 2 molecule of chlorobenzene, and when we react these 2 chlorobenzene molecules with the chloral have the molecular formula, as you can see, it is basically aldehyde bearing a bearing chlorine atoms, 3 chlorine atoms on it. So, it is having the molecular formula Cl3CCHO. Okay. So, when these reagents means chlorobenzene 2 molecules of chlorobenzenes and 1 molecule of chloral are reacted together in the presence of concentrated H2SO4, we are getting DDT, or as per the IUPAC 1 chloro 4 2 2 2 trichloro 1 4 chlorophenyl ethyl benzene. So, actually concentrated H2SO4 working as a dehydrating agents means it will help to remove one molecule of water. How this reaction is going to be? Suppose like this, double bond CH C and 3 chlorine is there. Okay. So, we also having this, as you know that the 6 benzene having 6 carbon atom and one of the carbon is joined with the chlorine, while the other 5 carbons are having hydrogen on it. Okay. So, one hydrogen of one carbon atom from the chlorobenzene and one hydrogen atom from the other chlorobenzene is now removed along with the carbonyl oxygen of the chloral. So, one molecule of water will be removed in the reaction and we are getting DDT as a product. Okay. So, now come to the some historical aspects of the DDT, as it is widely used once in the world for as a pesticide. So, the US National Toxicology Program has declared DDT to be moderately toxic, and World Health Organization has classified DDT as a moderately hazardous. It is described as the toxic and hazardous substance because of its physical property, means it is having very low solubility in the water, while it is having more solubility in the fat. Okay. So, how it can be dangerous for the human beings, we will discuss later. So, DDT was invented in 1939 by Paul Muller, and soon after it it is used as pesticide and malaria control. There is a person which is acting as a malaria controller named Rachel Carlson. He published a book known as Silent Spring in 1957, which outlined the severe issue with the DDT used in the ecosystem, how it can damage or it can cause a problem in the ecosystem. Again, there is a problem with its physical properties, mainly with its solubility. So, DDT does not easily wash out from the environment because it does not dissolve in water. So, it is not having solubility in the water, because of that it could not be washed out from any system once it will be dissolved. Okay. So, because DDT was used so widely from the decades of 40s to 70 as a pesticide to control insects, the chemical had saturated many ecosystem already. Okay. So, DDT will dissolve in the fat of organism and stay there until the body is saturated with the DDT, and this is called the bioaccumulation. So, as it is dissolved in the fat very easily. Okay, तो अगर ये आपकी बॉडी में एक बार चला गया, if it will enters the body of any human beings or any other mammals, so it is very difficult, or you can say impossible to remove DDT from that particular human body or body of the any mammals. Okay. So, it will stay out there, and this concept is known as the bioaccumulation. So, one of the main problem with DDT is it accumulate in our body and cause severe side effects, adverse effects for our health because of that bioaccumulation. Okay. Now, come to the uses. So, the main use of DDT is as pesticide. It will used as a pesticide till now, but there is some regulation along with it, which was imposed by the different governments of the different countries. Okay, and it is being used as a pesticide from 1972. Okay. So, the insect control regulatory boards in the USA gave approval as a insecticides to it in 1972. It was also used to control malaria. Okay. So, once इवन हम लोगों ने बचपन में भी देखा होगा कि जब हम लोग छोटे थे तो नालियों में पाउडर डाला जाता था, दैट पाउडर वाज ऑफ DDT. Okay. तो DDT was spread out to prevent the reproduction of mosquitoes in our mohallas and wards. It also used to control leashes, typhus and bubonic plagues in the time of World War II. So, it is a very old compounds. Again, it acts upon the sodium channel in the neurons of insects. Okay, the mode of action of DDT is the it blocks sodium channels in the neurons of insects and causing death of the insects. It was used in variety of food crops and was also used in building for pest controls. So, DDT in today's world is also having some use, but along with the regulation imposed by the governments in country to country. It was also found to be effective with long duration of action and was cheap to manufacture. So, one of the main reason that DDT was and being used widely along the world, because it is very economical to produce. So, because of that reason, DDT is currently also being used all over the world. It was banned due to the increased resistance of pest and side effect on the human body. So, right now different regulations are there for the usage of DDT, and it was banned also because after a certain period of times different pests as well as insecticides have produced resistance against the DDT, and it also cause various hazardous and side effects to the human body because of their very low solubility or insolubility in the water, and it will bioaccumulate in our body. Okay. So, this is all about the DDT. Now, come to the next molecule, which is part of our syllabus in organic chemistry of third semester, the saccharine. So, you all aware of that word, I think, because it is most common in domestic uses also. हम लोग इसके अलावा the bakery products is also using saccharine as a sweetening agents. It is also using in toothpaste, mouthwashes, gargles, and you can check that it is also used by the pharmaceutical companies in the cosmetic products also, like lipsticks, lip balm, okay, because of their sweet test. Okay. So, it is an artificial sweetener which is used in non caloric sweetener, and it is 300 to 400 times as sweet as the sucrose. Okay. So, even diet coke जो पीते हैं, you have used it, I think. So, diet cokes, because it is not having any caloric value, nutraceutical value of the saccharin is little bit 0, approximately 0. So, it is used widely because of its no nutraceutical values, no caloric value in the baking products, in the various sweetenings, or it can be also be used for masking of the bitter drugs. Okay. So, in 1879 saccharin was discovered by the C. Fellbags, who was a chemist working on coal tar derivatives of Ramson's laboratory, Johns Hopkins University in Germany. In 1885 saccharin first introduced at Antwerp trade fairs as a cheap and readily available substituents for the sugar. Okay. So, as you can see, it was used from the 18th or you can say 19th century, late 19th century, from 1885. Now, after that in 1907 an illegal substitution of the valuable ingredients by less valuable ingredients. When we say about this sentence, so it clearly indicate valuable ingredients means this is having the high calorie value, and it is it means sugar. So, which is replaced by the saccharin, which is having very less valuable ingredients, means it is having no caloric value. In 1912 Food Inspection Decision 142 United States of America stated that saccharin was not harmful. Okay. So, research is going on till now on the saccharin, but in the early 20s 1912 Food Inspection Departments of the USA in its decision 142 clearly mentioned that saccharin was not harmful for human being. However, later on when the research was done on different animals, so it was found that in some of the research that saccharin induced bladder cancer in rats. So, at that time some precautions were made and some instruction were made for the usage of saccharin in food products for the human beings. In 1960 saccharin was used by diabetics people at the United States. So, saccharin is often found in restaurant with brand is sweet and slow. So, it is a very popular brand at that time, because it provided a choice to the diabetic people to take food with their you can say as per your choice. So, saccharin provides the sweet taste with no caloric value. So, at that time sweet and low brands of the saccharin is very popular in the USA. In 1970, as I said earlier, saccharin induced bladder cancer in rat. So, again USA will add a label on that, warning label addition is done on the saccharin. In 2000 warning label was removed, as I said that it was found in the research that saccharin is not causing any harmful effect on the human body. It was producing some sign of bladder cancer in the rat, but it is not producing any types of harm effect on the human beings. Okay. So, it is decided safe for consumption in human beings. Now, come to the structure of the saccharin. So, it is a cyclic sulfamides which is having molecular formula C7H5NO3S. When we come for the IUPAC nomenclature, it is labeled as 1,1-dioxo-1,2-benzothiazole-3-one. So, basically when you see the structure of saccharin, you clearly see that it is having a 6-member benzene ring which is fused with the 5-member ring. In that particular 5-member ring, one carbon is replaced by the sulfur and another carbon is replaced by the nitrogen. So, there is a benzo, means benzene is there, and thiazole. Thiazole nucleus is also there, which is 5-membered ring. So, we will give the number 1 to the sulfur and 2 to the nitrogen of that particular ring. Then at third position a keto group is also there, and the sulfur which is present on the first position is having 2 oxo group also. So, we can do the numbering in this way: 1 for sulfur, 2 for nitrogen, 3 for the carbon which is having the keto group, then 4 comes to the carbon of benzene ring, then 5 again, 6 and 7. Okay. So, we can do the numbering in this manner. So, now we can easily relate the structure with its IUPAC nomenclature. So, as you see, the name is 1,1-dioxo 1,2-benzothiazole 3-one. So, it is having benzothiazole moiety, as you can see. In that benzothiazole moiety, sulfur is substituted with 2 oxo group 1 and 2. So, here you can see that 1,1-dioxo means at one position sulfur is there and 2 oxo group is there. So, 1,1-dioxo, then when 2-benzothiazole means benzothiazole moiety contains sulfur at first position and nitrogen on the second position, okay, and at last 3-one. So, at the third position one keto group is there. So, as the name indicated, you can see the structure of saccharin. Okay. So, I hope you can understand by this. Then we will come on the saccharin again. It is also having synonyms known as benzoic sulfimate and also known as orthosulfobenzamate. So, it is having 2 other name also. You can see benzoic sulfimate and orthosulfobenzamate. It is 1,2-benzothiazole derivative, as I had told you earlier, having keto group at carbon 3, this is, and 2 oxo group on C1, C1 or you can say sulfur 1, first position. So, first carbon is replaced by the sulfur and this is having 2 oxo group. So, hope you can understand the structure as well as IUPAC nomenclature of the saccharin. Now, come to the next slide. So, when we talk about the physical properties of the saccharin, it is odorless molecule, appears as a white crystals or sometimes crystalline powders. It is intensely sweet taste, and if you use it in more concentration, then you can feel that it may be unpleasant bitter taste also. So, हम कहते हैं ना कभी कभी बहुत ज़्यादा मीठा खाने से भी कड़वा हो जाता है, तो वो कहावत यहाँ पर सैक्रिन के ऊपर एकदम सही बैठती है. ओके. सो व्हेन वी यूज इन सैक्रिन इन द मोर कंसंट्रेशन वी फील एंड bitter taste after it use, or you can also feel some metallic taste, like when we taste the compounds containing iron or zinc. So, after the use of that compounds we feel metallic taste. Likewise, saccharin also provide the same taste, okay, after use when we use in higher concentration. So, it is having the pK value very low, 1.6. So, free acids of the saccharin has the low pK, then it is slightly soluble in benzene, ethyl ether and chloroform, while it is highly soluble in acetone and ethanol. Okay. The most advantage physical property is that it is very much heat stable. So, it can be used in various pharmaceutical compounds, and the most common use of the saccharin is to mask the bitter medicines. We are having some molecules which are very bitter in taste, and it is very you can say unpleasant to take them by oral route in our body. So, at that time saccharin is used to to mask their bitter taste by masking. Okay. So, we have to coat that formulation by the saccharin. Now, it is also having positive effects, replacing sorry, replacing sugar with low caloric sweetener may benefits weight loss and protect again obesity. So, we can avoid sugar in our foods and we can use the saccharine as a substituents. So, by that we can reduce our obesity as well as weight loss, which is you can say it is the biggest problem of today's lifestyle, which may generate the other disease in our human body. So, saccharine can help us to get rid of these difficulties. Then again saccharine is also recommended as a sugar substituents for people with the diabetes. So, once upon a time if you are getting diabetes, so the society and the even your house member also instruct you to avoid sugar. So, the you feel that life is very boring, no interesting or delicious food is there, because without sugar the food is having no taste. Okay. So, now diabetic people can use the saccharine in their food and feel the same taste. Now, it also reduce the risk of cavities in the teeth. So, one of the major advantage of saccharine that you can use it in test. Once the people use sugar and you know that the microbes in our mouth they use sugar and the production of lactic acid by the metabolism of sugar in our mouth cause the cavity of our teeth, which cause again a major problem in our health. But when we use saccharine in place of sugar, so they also reduce the cavity formation, they stop the bacteria the parting the sugar in our mouth. So, again it is very useful. Okay. Again it is now used widely in the toothpaste, in mouthwashes, gargles. Okay. It avoids parting for bacteria causing cavity in our mouths, as I said. Then it is also having no nutraceuticals value. One more thing, as I told you earlier in the lecture, that it is also used in various cosmetic products like lipsticks, like lip balm. Okay. So, these are the uses of saccharine. Then it is also having negative effects. Okay. So, although there are no many you can say hazards to the human body by the saccharine, but they are having some adverse effects, like in short term uses it may cause the irritation of skin. Okay. So, acute health effects include the irritation of skin by the saccharine. Then if we use long terms, then it may cause cancer hazards, although this hazard is under dispute, research is going on till now. Then it will not affect any reproductions. Other long term effects of the saccharine involves that if it used in high concentration, it can cause skin allergy, which leads to the itching of the skin and skin rashes. Okay. Now, so most of the thing we have already discussed. Now, come to the conclusion part of the uses of saccharine. So, it is used as a sweetener in vitamin supplements and medicines also, as I said that it is used to mask the taste of the bitter medicines. It can also be used as a substance of in the substance as a substitute of sugar in the baking industry. Okay. So, now it is also used an artificial sweetener that is used to sweeten food and beverage without calories. So, I have also told you that you take sometime diet coke. Oh, so diet cokes में saccharine ही होता है, it is not providing any caloric value. Okay. So, it will not cause any obesity in your body. It gives additional stability and an improved taste with low cost of production, which is a very important thing. Okay, because it is very easy to produce. Then the availability of saccharine is also very good. It is also available in the several flavor. So, So, as per your choice, you can choose the flavor of your foods or your medicines. Research is further going on that. So, it is all about the structure and usage of DDT and the saccharin. Hope you have enjoyed the lecture, and if you have any query, you can just go to the digital platform of the UKTU, see my lectures and put your comments over there. So, thank you so much. Have a nice day.